Hey guys, Mark Ferrasci, ProTech Dog Training. I'll just kind of give a demo of Mr. Buddha, the Dogo Argentina. This is second day in. I'm really wanting you guys to understand how I build this. And there's nothing that I'm doing that any other trainer's not doing. So when you go out there and you see all these videos and you see them doing things exact, they're not showing you the rough edges of how we get to that point, okay? So even if I give you all the knowledge in the world through these videos and you learn what I'm showing you, it doesn't mean that you're going to get off the couch. You're going to put the work in. You understand that you've got to do this consistently, and you understand the whole progression. That's why I get business. This is how I get my business, through my YouTube videos a lot of times. But there's a reason for that. We don't mind giving all the information in the world. If I was watching videos on how to be a plumber and get up underneath my sink and fix it, I would still be knocking my knuckles and I'd still be pissed off because I wouldn't be that good at doing the job, and I wouldn't want to do it. I'd pay a plumber, okay? So that's kind of the way it is. It's reality. But if you want to learn, you want to grow, and you're wanting to be a professional or even a layman that wants to get good at this, there's no reason you can't watch these videos and start trying to apply it and get out there and do it. But in the general sense of things, people don't get off the couch. They're always wanting to pay somebody to do a service. And then, like I always tell my customers, in a nutshell, when I pitch my sale and they come up for their consultations and I get to have a consultation with them and get to build a relationship with a customer, I'm always relating it to playing a guitar. And you hear me say this all the time, because when you play a guitar, you have to learn to switch the frets, and at first your brain has to think, and then you turn it into motor movements. That takes work, and pretty soon you can make the movement and your brain doesn't have to think about it as much. That's what we're trying to educate the customer when I get to that point. Motor movements are real important, and how you do things and your control of that leash, it's all going to matter. But you got to put the hard work in till you get to a point where you can really make that note sound really good quality when you move. You might know where your fingers are supposed to be on the F fret, but you don't know how to get that thing to really sound crisp and to be really nice. That all takes work. It takes practice. It takes work till you get that good that you can be as good as the instructor that's teaching you how to do this. I've been doing this since I was 12 years old. So keep that in mind. I'm always impressing upon my customers that when I give a service like this, with this Dogo is a great example, and I'm going to pull him through the obedience, and he's going to start building to be a finished product, which is a companion dog, personal protection that'll do his job. I am molding, shaping, and forming this dog's whole character with what I'm doing. That takes skill. It takes time to get to that point. So you're not going to be able to play that guitar as well as I can, right? So that's why somebody would pay me to do the end kennel, where I can do the job and do a lot better job of conditioning that animal, and then I can transfer that over to the owner, and now all they got to do is learn to keep it up and put the work in to make sure that they get good enough to keep it up. But they don't have to condition all these behaviors, thousands and thousands of repetitions to create these behaviors. So this morning, second morning in with this dog, and you're going to start to see this come together. As time goes along, I'll keep doing these videos. I might skip a week here or there, whatever, but I want you guys to see this. So this is the second day that he's been out. He's into the hot dogs now. He's doing a good job. I'm going to disappear off your screen, but you can still hear me, right? So now we are going to give him a good boy. Yeah, a French choke on him. What's called out of the collar, and I'll put him into a pinch at some point soon. I'll start letting him wear it. Come on. Good boy. All right, let's go. Good boy. Yeah, that's Buddha. That's Buddha. All right, so now you see, second day, being hungry, he's already used to where these hot dogs are coming from. So this means something to him, right? When I stretch out here and give him these hot dogs. Good boy, good. So now I've got him luring, right? He's following this hand, right? That's the first stage, right? So notice the difference from yesterday. Just a day's rest. I only worked him yesterday in the morning. That was one session that I worked, along with some other things that I did with him in general contextual type of things in this environment. Remember, the dogs get into pattern and routine. So my goal is to do my kennel work and have a pattern of my routine that the dog can start to rely on, where he knows what's going on. So today I loaded him in the kennel for the first time instead of walking him from the back out to here. And so that he learns to get in the truck, load up, go bye-bye, that kind of thing. And then he gets anticipatory drive states, right? He starts to know what's going to happen, and that builds up his drive state. It's the reason I use a holding pen. When I first come out, a lot of times, good. You notice he went down? What was I doing yesterday? Think about it. He wasn't downing. Good. I want to get my clicker out here so that he keeps getting associated with click, means food's coming, right? Anticipatory type of drives that you're building in the animal. Good. And I still haven't said D-O-W-N yet. Good, but now he's starting to understand with this click means that's the right answer, right? That's all it means. Yes, you've done the right thing. Once they tie this together and they start luring, you can get them to follow the hand, you're on your way to starting to teach behaviors. Think about what I was doing yesterday. I didn't have any attitude from the dog. Now he's doing it. And that was just one session yesterday trying to get him to do it, and I just worked him a little bit before I got the camera set up. Yep, and got him started with this. Yep. Good boy, good. So now it's consistency. Everything means something. Yep, good boy, and that means I go backwards and explode, right? Up, up, good. Good. I don't know if you guys can hear that clicker, but I'm giving it to him. Now I'm gonna ask him to go all the way down. I'm not robbing him. He doesn't get it until he does what I want. Then I right away release it. That shows him that click meant that was the right answer, and then timing. Timing's real important. Right away he gets his food. There's spatial pressure stepping into him. He has no clue what he's doing yet. Yep, good boy. But the biggest thing is patterns and routines of how we build this, right? Come on. Good boy. Good. And a lot of trainers on YouTube will sit there and yak about philosophy and everything like I do, same thing, but they're not going to show you the rough edges. They're only showing you when the dog's done. I want to show you everything I go through when I do this. Good. Good. Now I'm going to try to get him to understand that good means the food's there. He has no clue. He's after the hands right now because that's the first thing I taught him was to chase this hand, right? So, good. That's my boy. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that clicker. Yeah, you see those wheels turning? He didn't understand what that meant. I was emphasizing it, waiting for him to do it. Right when he did, he got his click, right? Good boy. Now, dog's name, preparatory to an explosion or an action, right? Good boy, Buddha. Good, Buddha. Yep, good boy, good. There you go, good boy, good. There you go. And these guys are very receptive to voice tone. So when I got him doing that down in the beginning, before I got on camera here, I did a lot of praise when he hit that first down. Good, that's my boy. And I didn't click. I'm going to body praise. I'm using some voice tone, right? One of the things that I believe in a lot more than a lot of trainers is how much your voice tone, body language, all that means something to the dog. A lot of trainers don't like doing it this way because they don't like having to phase things out. I've been phasing things out my whole life and I'm used to it. I'm used to just dropping that. I'll give you a good example. We had a trainer that was talking yesterday about doing protection. He had a dog in a muzzle, and he was emphasizing basically getting the dog away from equipment and doing the work. And he said he didn't like putting the dog in a harness. He didn't like doing things that were going to cue the dog into the work. I love to do that because that gives me what I need to get the dog really accelerated and understanding what he wants, and then I just back it away. All I got to do is just, if as example, dog gets too fixated on equipment, start getting him into a muzzle and don't have any equipment. Do a lot more scenario type of work, and now that dog's going to be working without that equipment. Now, if the dog gets stuck, you got a Schützen 3. That's why you don't see a lot of the law enforcement going and getting a Schützen 3 to do the job. Now he's stuck in such a rut, so fine performance that it's hard to get him to do the job for real life that they want out on the street. So that's why you'd only want maybe a Schützen 1 or something, and that with some good drives and everything, then you start doing the green dog going into police work, right? But they won't take a Schützen 3 for the most part because the dog's so stuck in his patterns and routines that it's hard to get him out of there and start getting his mind to free up to do what he needs to do instinctively and really fight for real out on the street, right? So there's a difference. But that equipment orientation, that cueing with a harness, all that good stuff, there's always reasons I'm using it, and I rely on that. Good. Good. And I'm chattering for a reason, guys. I want to use him as a demo as I go through this. I'll chatter a lot so he gets used to it. Good. Otherwise, I can't talk without him breaking and being a pain in the butt. Nope, nope. Good, good. There's no hot dog down there, but he's already figured out that food goes there, right? So look at him, look. That's why you don't want to drop food on the ground, because then I've got to deal with this. Yep, good boy, yeah, good boy, good. All right, we're done. Real short and sweet lesson, and I'll pull him out in another 10, 15 minutes after I work Creed, the canine that's going back to Missouri. Now, Creed's here a little longer than I wanted him to be, but it's all because we got winter going on, finances, pandemic hit, but always too too fast and never too slow in my philosophy, so it's no big deal for me, but I'm getting pressed to try to get him back there a lot sooner. There's scuttlebutt within the circles that this is a scam, and it's bullshit's what it is, but that's the way it is, so no big deal. The officer will get his dog. The officer and me talk together every day. We've got a relationship of our own that we got going. He's going to get his dog. He knows that. And the dog will be better off and be a better dog because I've worked him. He's not a trainer, he's a handler. He knows that. He's going to have a lot of work. This will be his, I think it's about his 4th dog. So he's going to have a lot more training involved with this dog than he has with his other dogs. Most of the time he went through the police canine type of training courses, 6 weeks, and he was out there getting instructions and they ran the training course. This one's going to be him. He's going to have to be the one that organizes what he gets out of that animal for tracking and for the rest of it. So it'll be a good experience for him. But Creed's a hell of a dog. It's a great dog for him to need to do this because Creed's got all the instincts and the intelligence and the drives. Hell of a dog. All right, Buddha. All right, Mark Ferrasci with Buddha, the Dogo Argentina, on his 2nd day in on a formal obedience. We've already got him doing it down without the word. Yeah, good boy, good, yep, good boy, yep, come on, let's go, yay. Talk to you guys later. Let me shut this camera off. No use hearing me chatter when I'm doing my thing. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training. I'll talk to you later, guys.